I think about reportage which takes the stories that we encounter, that we hear, that we find, that we search out, or that happen to us, and takes them beyond the first set of straightforward purposes of reportage. A real desire not just to tell those wow stories, can you believe what I see, can you believe what I do, but to give them meaning and to make them into literature. I had a true story nagging at me, one that my own preceptor in primary care told when I was a pediatric resident. You can't let all the what-ifs terrorize you, or you would do a lumbar puncture on every young child with a high fever and do a CT scan for even the most minor bump on the head. So you just go on practicing, haunted by stories, stories you're a part of, stories that happen to people you love or know well or take care of, stories you hear from your teachers and colleagues, and the occasional well-told story that enters your brain and lives there. One of the things that's been very interesting is I use medicine and the practice of medicine both in my journalism and in my essays and in my reporting and also in my fiction. This was an essay which grew out of an experience I had here at NYU at the medical school, where I had what we call in medicine a doorknob moment. My hand was on the doorknob, the interview was all over, and the child's mother brought up something new which changed the whole picture, and I wanted to write about that kind of moment, that kind of uncertainty, and all the emotions and questions and anxieties it called up. For me, what takes it over into literary reportage is trying to go past those important, useful, helpful ways of reporting this story and thinking about where else does it take us. A class that I've taught here at NYU for graduate students and really enjoyed has been a class in epidemics in journalism. Talking about epidemics lets you talk about everything. It lets you talk about how people live together in cities. It lets you talk about the underside of cities. What do we do with our waste? How do we get our drinking water clean? Whose job is it? And then also how you write about and think about and tell the stories of the epidemics of the past. I think that one of the exciting things about working at NYU Journalism is that I have colleagues who are actually doing the kind of journalism that they teach. There's just a sense at this university of being part of this city, wanting to be part of this city, attracting people who want to be learning in the context of this city, which is very exciting, and it keeps giving you new ideas, and learn things from your students and the ways that they find access to the city and the ways that they find to live and learn here.